How much will you need to retire and be happy? Now that is a very subjective question, but in this video I'm going to show you how to use some basic calculations to work this number out. Hi, I'm Adam Walkham, a financial planner, entrepreneur and author of Plan for Happy. I've built a very successful financial planning business, helping my clients take the worry out of achieving a successful retirement, and now I want to help you do the same. When I'm talking to my clients, one of the most common questions I get is, how much will I need in retirement? Now clearly the answer to this is it depends, because everyone has different goals and different spending habits. If your ideal retirement is flying on a private jet to gamble at the Monte Carlo casino, then you're probably going to need a bit more money than someone who wants to go hiking in the Scottish Highlands. But we use a basic heuristic to work out this figure that is very simple, but at the same time very powerful. To work out what people might want to retire on, first we need to work out what they're spending today. We're all creatures of habit, right? When most people think of retirement, they seem to think of a lifestyle that is relatively similar to their own today, just without the work. When we've worked out this potential retirement income figure, we can either leave it there or we can use it to calculate the big number. This is the sum of savings, investments and pensions that some people like to have as a target. When I reach this number, then I can retire comfortably, is a well-used phrase. Many people write this number down, stick it on a fridge, commit it to memory, or somehow make this their burning target. There is certainly something in the brain hacking benefits of committing to targets, and this is a prime example. In the rest of this video, I will show you how to work out both sets of numbers. So let's kick off. The first step is to get a rough idea on how much you spend in an average month. Amazingly, some people actually know this because they track it or monitor it on a spreadsheet. Or for some, there are also useful bank accounts that help categorize your spending for you as well. If you don't, then don't worry, we'll do the calculation now. So, step one. Think about what you have coming into your current account on a monthly basis. That is the net pay for you, potentially your partner, and or any other income. Step two, as the month ends, think about roughly what is left over, if anything. If you're not sure, just think, does your current account generally move up or down over the year? If it moves up, then you've got a surplus. If down, then you've got a shortage. Step three, here's an example. If you have £5,000 per month coming in and typically have around £500 left at the end of each month, then your spending is around £4,500. Whereas if you have the same £5,000 per month coming in and there is nothing left, and in fact you continue to use another £1,000 of other savings each month, then you're probably spending around £6,000 per month. Step four. Take the total figure of your net spending and remove costs that won't be there in say 20 years. Now this could be mortgage payments, school fees, car loans, life insurance, anything else that is relevant today and not going to be relevant in the future. Also, make sure to add back any money that you're already contributing to savings or pensions, because this won't be relevant to do so in the future as well. As an example, this could reduce spending of £6,000 a month down to say £4,000 a month after taking out and adding in all the relevant costs and other expenditure. So, step five, multiply this new figure by 12. So now this is your annual projected spending for when you retire. I'm going to pause here because now we have this figure, which is your basic net spend after you have removed all the temporary payments. This is a potential retirement income target for you. Okay, so think about it. How does this feel? How would it feel if you had this amount coming in each month when you retire? If it feels pretty good, then that's good. We're on the right track. If it doesn't, maybe we need to relook at those calculations. The key to keeping things simple is not getting technical. Yes, inflation is currently an issue, but far from a mathematical perspective, we are just using the level of today's money across all the calculations, so we offset any need for using inflation by doing this. So now we have an annual income figure. How do we calculate the big figure? The number you write down, put on the fridge and commit to memory. Very easy. We just simply multiply by 20. Think about it. If your retirement income is £50,000 per year, To do that, then you'll typically need around £1 million. If your income is £70,000, you'll need around £1.4 million. How do I work this out? Easy again. It's using simplification through calculations, but there is some thought behind it. Let's use the example of £50,000 spent in retirement and therefore needing around £1 million in assets across savings, investments and pensions. So that is equivalent to drawing about 5% per year. 50,000 is 5% of 1 million. This means you can spend 50,000 per year over 20 years without any growth in the funds. But that's not realistic, is it? The funds will grow. But also remember inflation. So 50,000 today is going to feel very different than 50,000 will in 20 years' time. The growth and potential inflation offset each other for the calculation. But what if you plan on living for more than 20 years, I hear you say? Well, I hope you do. What I haven't mentioned here is the assumption that you'll get your state pension. Currently at roughly $11,500 per year, which is then $23,000 for a couple, the state pension forms a significant part of most people's retirement planning. Yes, it's almost impossible to live off if that's all you've got, but when it forms part of someone's overall retirement assets, especially if they're a couple, it's very powerful. Because, now think back to our example, if you want to spend £50,000 as a couple and you've already got £23,000 of that coming in every year, guaranteed and linked to inflation, this means you only need to draw £27,000 every year from your £1 million pot. So that means you're drawing down 2.7% per year from the pot instead of the 5% if you had to draw the whole 50,000. See how that works? Then, even better, if you can find an investment that returns over this 2.7% per year on average, then even though you're drawing the money out, the actual value of your retirement assets will go up over this time. So, let me recap. First, work out how much you spend at the moment. Second, take away the expenses that will not be around when you retire. This now is your potential retirement income. How does that feel? If good, then multiply this figure by 20, and this is your retirement big figure. And there you have it. I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. See you next time.